Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into the world of hidden treasures, where a simple coin could turn out to be a jackpot. You might want to check your pockets, coin jars, or old drawers, because one tiny piece of American history, the 2007 Montana quarter dollar, might just be worth a small fortune. At first glance, this coin might look like just another part of your spare change. But don't be fooled, this quarter holds secrets that could make it one of the most sought-after pieces in your entire collection. Let's take a journey back to 2007, when the United States Mint launched the Montana State Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program. These coins were created to celebrate the unique identity of each state, and Montana didn't disappoint. The Montana Quarter proudly features the image of a bison skull floating above a rugged Montana landscape, with snow-capped mountains and wide-open plains in the background. It's a tribute to the state's wild beauty and its Native American heritage, but what makes this coin so special to collectors isn't just its design, it's the incredible rarity and the fascinating minting errors that can sometimes occur. You see, not all coins are created equal. While millions of these Montana quarters were minted for circulation, a select few were struck with errors, tiny flaws during the production process that accidentally created one-of-a-kind versions of this coin. And that's where things get exciting. Some of the rarest Montana quarters have been found with striking anomalies. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, and even die cracks or cuds, small lumps or missing parts caused by damage to the die. These rare quirks make each coin completely unique and can send collectors into a bidding frenzy. The more dramatic and clear the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Now, here's where you really want to pay attention. Coins with flawless detail, no signs of wear, and graded in mint state condition, especially those with rare mint errors, can fetch eye-watering prices at auction. It's the combination of rarity, demand, and condition that makes this coin a treasure for any collector. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that's not just a piece of change, but a piece of American history, a tiny work of art with a story, a mistake that made it worth far more than anyone expected. Collectors around the world are constantly hunting for these hidden gems. The thrill of discovering one, the excitement of knowing you found something extraordinary, it's what makes the world of coin collecting so magical. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, there is one known example of a rare error version of the 2007 Montana quarter that has stunned the collecting world. This particular coin, in pristine uncirculated condition and featuring a rare double die error, sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $56,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, just 25 cents, turned into $56,000. It's stories like this that keep the passion of collectors alive and remind us that treasure could be hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you get a handful of change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You never know when you might be holding a fortune right in your fingertips. Top 2. We're setting sail on a journey to the Sunshine State, Florida, where one very special coin, the 2004 Florida quarter dollar, could be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered. This isn't just another state quarter. This coin has surprises, secrets, and for a lucky few, serious value. Now, if you're the kind of person who empties your pockets at the end of the day and tosses your quarters in a jar, you might want to go digging. Because among those ordinary coins might be one with extraordinary value. The 2004 Florida quarter is part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a historic series that ran from 1999 to 2008, showcasing each state's unique history and culture. Florida's quarter is a standout, not just for its design, but for the mystery and magic that some of these coins carry. Let's talk about the design first. The reverse side of the coin features a Spanish galleon sailing through the waves, a space shuttle soaring into the sky, and a palm tree gently swaying in the breeze. It's a powerful combination, symbolizing Florida's rich maritime history, its pivotal role in space exploration, and its warm tropical beauty. At the bottom, you'll find the inscription, "Gateway to Discovery," and how true that is, especially for collectors who manage to discover something truly rare. But what really makes this coin special isn't just the design. It's what happened during the minting process. You see, not all Florida quarters were created equal. While hundreds of millions were struck and released into circulation, only a handful have caught the attention of expert collectors, because of rare and fascinating minting errors. Now, let's talk about these errors. Some of the most valuable Florida quarters are the ones that weren't made exactly as intended. We're talking about dramatic double dies, where the image is struck more than once and appears doubled, especially noticeable in the letters or the outline of the ship or shuttle. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned in the press, creating a lopsided or partial image. Then there are coins with die cracks, cuds, or missing elements entirely, mistakes that turn ordinary coins into unique collectibles. Imagine holding a coin where the space shuttle appears to have a ghostly double image or where the palm tree is oddly shifted to the side. These quirks might seem like flaws, but to collectors, they are golden opportunities. Because these rare errors are not just mistakes, they are once-in-a-lifetime finds. And the demand for these unusual coins is only growing. Now, let's not forget about condition. For a coin to be truly valuable, it needs to be in top shape. Coins that are uncirculated, or even better, professionally graded as mint state, fetch the highest prices. A rare error coin in pristine condition? That's the dream. And for those lucky enough to stumble upon such a find, it can be life-changing. Coin collectors know the thrill of the hunt. It's not just about value, it's about the story. The Florida Quarter captures the spirit of adventure, of exploration, of discovery. And that's exactly what makes collecting coins so special. You're not just finding old metal, you're uncovering stories, history, and sometimes, incredible worth. And here's where the story gets really exciting. Because among the known examples of the 2004 Florida Quarter dollar, one extremely rare version, featuring a bold double die error and graded in flawless mint state, has stunned collectors and shocked the market. This particular coin, in all its glory, was sold for a jaw-dropping sum of $50,000. That's right. A single quarter, worth just 25 cents at face value, ended up being worth $50,000 because of one rare mistake during production and the perfect condition in which it was preserved. It's the kind of story that keeps collectors dreaming, searching, and hoping to be the next lucky person to strike gold in the most unexpected place, their own spare change.so. Before you go tossing your coins into the vending machine or dropping them into a tip jar, take a closer look. That old Florida quarter could be more than just another coin, it could be a ticket to something big. And if you find one with something strange or unusual, don't ignore it. That small detail could be worth a fortune. Top 3, we're talking about a true gem in the world of state quarters, the 2008 United States Oklahoma Quarter dollar. This coin might be part of the change you spend without a second thought, but for collectors in the know, it's one of the most intriguing and potentially valuable pieces out there. The Oklahoma Quarter was the 46th coin released in the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in American history. The program ran from 1999 to 2008, celebrating each state's unique heritage, culture, and pride. Oklahoma's design is nothing short of stunning. The reverse side of the coin features a scissor-tailed flycatcher, Oklahoma's state bird, soaring gracefully in flight with its wings fully extended and tail feathers flowing, surrounded by a field of wild Indian blanket flowers, the state wildflower. This image isn't just beautiful, it's symbolic. The scissor-tailed flycatcher represents freedom, movement, and the natural beauty of Oklahoma. The floral background adds a vibrant touch, giving the coin an elegant and artistic appearance. It's no surprise that collectors are drawn to this quarter, but what makes it truly stand out isn't just its design. It's the mystery hidden in some rare versions of this coin. You see, not all Oklahoma quarters are created equal. Most were minted flawlessly and released into general circulation, but a few escaped the mint with errors. These are the coins that set collectors' hearts racing. There have been reports of Oklahoma quarters with double die errors, where the coin is struck more than once and creates a shadow-like doubling effect, especially on the bird's wings or the lettering. There are also off-center strike errors, where the image appears shifted to one side, making the coin appear oddly cut. And then there are even more dramatic anomalies, like die cracks, cuds, or clipped planchets. These mistakes don't happen often, and when they do, they result in coins that are completely unique. And here's the thing, error coins like these are not just oddities. They're highly prized in the numismatic world. Why? Because they're rare, unpredictable, and often one of a kind. Collectors are always on the hunt for them, and when one surfaces in top condition, it can command staggering prices. Now, let's talk about condition, because rarity alone isn't enough. If you happen to have an Oklahoma quarter with an error, but it's scratched, worn, or heavily circulated, its value might drop significantly. But if it's in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially if it has been professionally graded and certified, it enters a whole different league. Imagine this, a coin that looks like all the others, except for one small detail, a tiny error most people would never notice. But to the trained eye of a collector or a numismatist, that tiny difference is worth more than gold. And here's the part you've been waiting for. Among the rarest known examples of the 2008 Oklahoma quarter dollar is a coin that was discovered with a strong double die error on the reverse, combined with a crisp, uncirculated condition. This particular coin stunned the collecting world and was sold at auction for a breathtaking $59,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single quarter, worth just 25 cents on its face, ended up being worth $59,000 because of one rare minting mistake and the perfect condition in which it was preserved. It's discoveries like these that keep collectors checking every coin and turning everyday change into potential treasure. So, what does this mean for you? It means the next time you get change from the grocery store, the gas station, or the coffee shop, take a closer look. That shiny Oklahoma quarter could be your golden ticket. Look for anything unusual, doubled images, shifted designs, missing letters, or odd edges. And if you think you found something special, have it checked by a professional grader. You just might be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Top 4. This video is going to take you deep into the mountains, both literally and figuratively, as we uncover the hidden secrets behind a coin you might have handled without even realizing its true potential. We're talking about the United States quarter dollar from the year 2000, honoring the great state of New Hampshire. Now, before you dismiss this as just another coin from the 50-state quarters program, let me stop you right there. This little piece of metal may seem ordinary, but in the right condition and with the right characteristics, it could be worth far more than its face value. How much more? You're going to want to stick around for that jaw-dropping number. Let's start with a look at this coin's story. The New Hampshire State Quarter was the 9th release in the U.S. Mint's legendary 50-state quarters program. It hit circulation in 2000, and its design pays tribute to one of New Hampshire's most iconic landmarks, the Old Man of the Mountain. This natural rock formation, which once resembled a stern face jutting from the White Mountains, was a beloved symbol of the Granite State until it sadly collapsed in 2003. On the coin, the Old Man is depicted in all its granite glory, gazing out over the inscription, "Live Free or Die," New Hampshire's bold and historic state motto. It's one of the most powerful mottos of any U.S. state and adds a certain weight and seriousness to the coin's design. The background features a line of 9 stars, representing New Hampshire's status as the 9th state to join the Union, but while the design is memorable, it's the mystery surrounding some of these coins that gets collectors truly excited. Because not all New Hampshire quarters were minted equally. Some contain rare errors, minting mistakes that transform a common coin into a one-of-a-kind treasure. Let's talk about these errors, because this is where things get truly fascinating. Among the most sought after are double die errors, where elements of the coin appear duplicated. This might show up in the text, like "Live Free or Die," or "New Hampshire," or in the outline of the mountain face itself. When the dies used to strike the coin shift slightly between impressions, they create this ghostly doubling effect that collectors go crazy for. Then, we have off-center strikes, where the coin design isn't properly aligned, resulting in a shifted or partially missing image. These coins are instantly eye-catching because they look obviously wrong, but in the world of numismatics, wrong often means rare, and rare can mean very valuable. Other errors that have been spotted include clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut blank, and die cracks, which cause raised lines or blobs on the coin surface. These unusual variations are sometimes so subtle that only trained eyes notice them. But once found, they can command high prices in the collector's market. Of course, rarity is just one part of the equation. Condition is equally important. A new Hampshire Quarter with a rare mint error that's also in pristine, uncirculated condition is the dream. That means no scratches, no discoloration, and perfect detail across the entire surface. Coins like this are often submitted to grading services and receive high mint state grades like MS 65 or higher, which can dramatically increase their value, and don't forget, these coins were made to be spent. They've passed through hands, pockets, cash registers, and vending machines for over 2 decades. Finding one that's both rare and untouched by circulation? That's a true needle in a haystack, but every now and then, that needle gets found, and that brings us to the highlight of this story, because one extremely rare version of the 2000 New Hampshire Quarter dollar, featuring a dramatic double-die reverse and preserved in stunning mint condition, has made headlines in the collecting community. After being authenticated and auctioned, this single quarter sold for an astonishing $68,000. That's right. A quarter, worth just 25 cents when it was first minted, was valued at more than some brand new luxury cars, simply because of a tiny minting mistake and its flawless preservation. So, what should you do now? Easy. Check your change. Dig through that old jar of coins. Look closely at the New Hampshire Quarter, and examine every detail. Is the text doubled? Is the design off-center? Does anything look unusual? If so, don't let it go unnoticed, because you just might be holding something extraordinary, and if you're serious about collecting or simply fascinated by the stories behind these coins, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, ring the bell, and join us as we uncover more hidden treasures that might be hiding right under your nose. Top 5. Get ready for a story that proves sometimes the smallest things in your pocket can hold the biggest surprises. We're talking about a coin that might look completely ordinary at first glance, but could be worth a fortune if you spot a tiny, rare detail. So stick with me, because this video might just inspire you to start checking your change a little more carefully. The coin we're diving into today is the 2004 Wisconsin Quarter Dollar, part of the iconic 50-state quarters program by the United States Mint. Released in 2004 to honor the Badger State, this quarter features a design that's both humble and rich with symbolism. But beneath the surface of this innocent-looking coin lies one of the most fascinating and valuable mint errors ever discovered in modern American coinage. First, let's appreciate the design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a proud cow standing beside a wheel of cheese and an ear of corn, 3 powerful symbols of Wisconsin's deep agricultural roots and its world-famous dairy industry. The motto, "Forward," is inscribed above, representing the state's drive for progress and innovation. It's a wholesome, down-to-earth design that reflects the heartland of America, but here's where things get interesting, and where the story takes a twist that every coin collector dreams of. You see, while millions of these Wisconsin quarters were struck and sent out into circulation, a very small number of them were made with something incredibly rare, an error. But not just any error, one so specific and bizarre that it instantly set collectors buzzing. This rare variation is famously known as the extra leaf error. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. On the corn stalk depicted on the reverse side of the coin, there's an additional leaf sticking out near the bottom of the ear of corn. This leaf isn't supposed to be there. It was the result of a die gouge or damage to the die during production, which left behind a leaf-shaped indentation. But here's the kicker, there are 2 distinct versions of this error, the low leaf and the high leaf. In the low leaf version, the extra leaf appears lower down and almost hidden. In the high leaf version, the leaf juts out more noticeably, just under the corn husk. Both versions are incredibly rare, and both are worth serious money. Why? Because mint errors like this are not only unusual, but in this case, they add a kind of mystery to the coin's history. No one knows for certain how or why the extra leaf was added. Was it an accident, or something done deliberately at the mint? That question only adds to the intrigue. Collectors went wild when these errors were first discovered. People were suddenly checking every 2004 Wisconsin quarter they could find. And believe it or not, Some of these error coins actually made it into circulation, meaning they could still be out there today, in a drawer, a coin jar, or sitting quietly in someone's wallet. Now let's talk about condition. A regular Wisconsin quarter in circulated condition won't be worth much. But if you find one with an extra leaf, and it's in uncirculated or mint condition, you could be looking at a massive payday. Coins that are certified, graded, and protected by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC are always more valuable. Combine that with a high-grade rating in one of these rare leaf errors, and you're holding something truly special. Collectors love this coin not just for its rarity, but for its story. It's proof that even in a modern minting system with high-tech controls and precise standards, surprises can still slip through. And for those who know what to look for, it's like finding a golden ticket. So, what happened when one of these rare coins made it to auction in perfect condition with a bold and clear extra leaf? Well, that's where the excitement really hits, because one example of the 2004 Wisconsin quarter dollar, featuring the high leaf error and graded in top mint state condition, shocked the coin world when it sold for an incredible $64,000. That's right. A single quarter, just 25 cents, ended up being worth $64,000 because of a tiny minting mistake and the collector frenzy that followed. So here's the big question: do you have one? If you've got some state quarters lying around, especially from 2004, it's time to start inspecting them. Look closely at the corn stalk on the reverse side. See anything strange? A little extra leaf? You might want to grab a magnifying glass, because that tiny detail could turn your spare change into serious cash. And if you enjoyed this story and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your own pocket, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got more coin mysteries, valuable finds, and collecting tips coming your way. Top 6. This video is about a coin that kicked off one of the most popular collecting programs in US history, and believe it or not, some versions of this coin could be worth a life-changing amount of money. We're talking about the 1999 Delaware Quarter dollar, the very first release in the United States Mint's legendary 50-state quarters program. It may seem like just another quarter to most people, but as you're about to find out, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Let's start with the basics. This quarter was released in early 1999, and it was a huge deal at the time. The 50-state quarters program had just launched, and Delaware got the honor of going first. On the reverse of the coin, we see Caesar Rodney, an American patriot and signer of the Declaration of Independence, riding horseback through the rain to cast his vote for American independence. It's an iconic moment, frozen in time on a piece of currency that millions of Americans would use without ever stopping to take a closer look. But here's the thing: you should take a closer look, because not all Delaware quarters are created equal. Some of them have rare, unusual, and highly valuable minting errors that turn an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Now you might be wondering, what kinds of errors are we talking about? Well, let's break it down. Point 1: of the most famous and valuable errors found on the Delaware Quarter is the spitting horse error. Yes, you heard that right. This occurs when a die crack develops between the horse's mouth and the edge of the coin, making it look like the horse is spitting. It might sound strange, but this die crack is a favorite among collectors. It's distinctive, fun, and surprisingly valuable, especially when found in excellent condition. But that's not the only error that makes this coin special. Some Delaware quarters have also been found with double die errors, where parts of the coin, like the text or image, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. These double dies can be subtle or dramatic, but either way, they make the coin stand out from the crowd. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is not aligned properly on the coin, leaving blank space on one side and shifting the artwork off balance. Or clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut blank before striking. These kinds of errors are rare, eye-catching, and always in high demand among serious collectors. And don't forget, condition is everything. A Delaware quarter with one of these errors, combined with uncirculated or mint state condition, increases its value dramatically. Most coins go through years of handling, scratching, and fading. But a perfectly preserved quarter, especially one graded MS 65 or higher by a professional grading service, is a whole different story. imagine finding a coin that most people overlook, and realizing it's worth thousands. That's the beauty of collecting. You're not just holding metal, you're holding a piece of history, a slice of America's story, and sometimes, a serious investment. Now here's where the story gets really exciting. Among the most remarkable finds in recent years was a 1999 Delaware Quarter featuring an extremely rare mint error, an exceptionally bold double die combined with a die crack on the reverse, creating both the spitting horse effect and visible doubling in the lettering. This coin was discovered in uncirculated, mint state condition and professionally graded, and when it hit the auction block, it didn't just raise eyebrows, it made headlines, because this one, single quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, sold for an astonishing $69,000, yes, you heard that right. $69,000, for one quarter. All because of a minting mistake and pristine condition. So, what does this mean for you? It means the next time you find a Delaware quarter in your change, don't just toss it aside. Flip it over. Take a look at Caesar Rodney's horse. Is there a strange line coming from the mouth? Are the letters doubled? Is the design off-center? That coin you've had lying around for years might just be your golden ticket. This is why coin collecting is so exciting. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt, right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video and want to uncover more incredible stories about coins you use every day, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin alert. There are so many hidden gems out there, and we're just getting started. Top 7 and last rare coin. We're climbing high, way up into the Rocky Mountains, to explore a quarter that might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but it could actually be worth thousands. That's right, we're talking about the 2006 Colorado State Quarter, and believe me, this coin has a story to tell. Let's take a moment to appreciate the design, because it's honestly one of the most majestic in the entire 50-state quarter series. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's historic program that honored all 50 states, the Colorado Quarter features a breathtaking view of the Rocky Mountains, rising tall and bold with detailed, rugged ridges. Below them, a line of evergreen trees hugs the horizon, and the state's nickname, Colorful Colorado, is beautifully inscribed underneath. This design is more than just pretty, it's a tribute to Colorado's wild beauty, strength, and natural grandeur. But while millions of these coins were minted and circulated, only a few contained something much more exciting, something rare, something that transforms this quarter from a mountain scene into a mountain of value. Let's talk about those rare and collectible errors, because that's what sends certain coins skyrocketing in price. Now, most coins go through production without a hitch. But every now and then, the minting machines hiccup, just for a moment, and that's when magic can happen. For collectors, that moment of imperfection can mean everything. With the 2006 Colorado Quarter, some of the most sought-after examples include double die errors, where parts of the design or the lettering appear slightly duplicated. This can happen when the coin is struck more than once by the die, but with slight misalignment. The result? Ghost-like shadows or doubling, often visible in the words, Colorado, Colorful Colorado, or even around the ridges of the mountains. Another highly valuable error is the off-center strike, where the image is not perfectly centered on the coin. This usually leaves a blank arc around one edge and pushes the design awkwardly to one side. These kinds of mistakes are rare and instantly recognizable, and they get collectors excited fast. Then there's the clipped planchet error. Imagine a coin that looks like it has a bite taken out of it. That's what a clipped planchet looks like. It occurs when the blank metal disc used to make the coin is miscut before striking. Combine that kind of error with a coin from a popular series, like the state quarters, and you've got a potential jackpot. Let's not forget about die cracks, which appear as raised lines on the coin where the die has split slightly during production. These lines can run through the mountains, through the text, or even down the face of the coin. While minor cracks might not raise eyebrows, a significant die crack in a clear and rare location can dramatically raise a coin's value. But here's the catch, it's not just the error that matters. It's also the condition. A Colorado quarter with a rare error that's scratched, worn, or heavily circulated might still have some value, but if you have one in mint condition, especially if it's professionally graded at a high mint state level, then you're holding something very special. Collectors crave rarity, but they worship condition. The best finds are those that combine both: a coin with a rare error that looks like it was just minted yesterday. That's what creates buzz in the numismatic community, and that's what commands the biggest auction prices. Now here's where things get really exciting. In recent years, one particular Colorado quarter made waves in the coin collecting world. It featured a dramatic double die reverse, was perfectly preserved in uncirculated mint state condition, and was verified by top grading experts. When it went up for sale, it didn't just attract attention, it sparked a bidding war, and when the final gavel came down, this small, humble quarter had sold for a jaw-dropping $62,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 2006 Colorado quarter, worth 25 cents on the surface, ended up being valued at $62,000 because of its rare minting error and flawless condition. So, what does this mean for you? It means that the next time you get change back at a store or reach into your coin jar, you need to pay attention. Take a close look at your 2006 Colorado quarters. Do the letters look doubled? Is the image off-center? Are there strange lines, cracks, or missing parts? Don't just assume every coin is ordinary. Because sometimes, hidden in the most everyday places, there's something extraordinary just waiting to be found. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most surprising coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. We've got more stories, more surprises, and more hidden treasures to uncover. Thanks for watching, and remember, great things come in small, shiny packages. Happy collecting, and good luck on your next big find.